Okay, so can you introduce yourself to get us started, please?
My name is Kathryn Monk. I'm an honorary professor at Swansea University now. I've now got what one calls a portfolio career. So I'm an independent advisor, a reviewer. I've been doing reviews of government science departments, and I'm a non-exec on a number of charities, both socially focused and science and evidence. It's an open community of researchers who develop systematic mapping, systematic reviews, and increasingly rapid reviews to a very specific standard. So if you get a review, you know that it is that it's being done to a particular policy. So anyone who needs to make a decision based on evidence doesn't have to spend money on primary research at the first step. The first step is to look at what research has already been done, and what we're trying to do is develop the resources that these people can go to see what systematic reviews, systematic maps have been done, so they can start with that and use those, and then either commission new systematic reviews on the next questions, or fund very necessary and very targeted primary research. From my perspective, back in about 2010 perhaps, I started to work with Andrew Pullen, who at Bangor University, who is one of the developers of environmental science evidence synthesis. He had a knowledge transfer grant from NERC to work with the Environment Agency Wales, and he worked with us to introduce systematic reviews and test out this approach. And I was very interested because, as I say, I trying to draw in the information that many universities have on lots of different topics was really not working very well in those early days. And it was very interesting to see bringing together researchers and policy people to discuss the questions that might be suitable. And we found in some cases that some of the questions were not possible for a systematic review. There just weren't enough studies done in primary research. Now, if that question was going to be critical to policy development, then that gives you quite clear evidence and confidence that if you invest in the primary research that is needed, it will move your work forward. We also found a general principle that we continue to see, and that is that a lot of research is repeated, sometimes unnecessarily, because evidence is already there to answer those questions. The challenge we had, though, although we had these examples of the value of systematic review, was that people then, and people do still, continue to think that systematic reviews are time-consuming and expensive. Policy people have very little time. They have a lot of pressure to come up with questions, with policies and answers very quickly. And so there's always this tension between give me one primary research project that tells me whether my idea or my option for this research, for this policy is right or not, versus give me a rigorous, repeatable and unbiased synthesis of the evidence that is available at this time, so I can base my policy option choice with a recognition of the biases and the uncertainties in the evidence, that then gives me the confidence in the future to reevaluate that policy and adapt it without incurring, these public challenges that we get when government want to adapt policies after some time.